We can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis. And some of the cases we're talking about would be ending birthright citizenship.
Now, this was a thing. This was a dream, a conservative dream for 30 years, going from about the mid-'80s, pretty close to the mid-2000s. This was often talked about. And one of the big pushes from all the talk radio AM hosts was that you needed to get rid of the abuse of birthright citizenship. Trump has now targeted birthright citizenship. He says he's going to go after it and put it in front of the Supreme Court, and he seems to think that they're going to rule in his favor. At this point, I tend to agree with him. I think that they will. I think that they will. The idea of anchor babies is atrocious. It was never meant to be abused this way, and progressives have a really hard time actually explaining the logic behind this one. Oh, you come here illegally, have a kid. Now the parents are anchored to that child inside of the nation because they're just instantly an American. That's one of the most abusive systems I could ever think of, man.
100% ruins my chances of an anchor baby, though.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You're just going to have to like get married to an American chick, I guess.
Yeah. Sure. There's a good one out there.
Nope.
Which now
Well, I mean, they're better than the Canadian women.
Maybe. Yeah,
They're better than Australian. I think Australian is the worst dating market in the entire world.
Yeah, that should have been. So this, if Trump gets this done, this will be such a massive legislative victory for the Trump administration that his entire second administration will have been worth it. If he pushes this and the Supreme Court sides with him, and his administration, this will be the biggest cultural victory for conservatives in my lifetime, even more relevant than what happened with abortion.
Yeah. We got a $100 super chat over here from DPG thing if we want to maybe pull it up, Mr. E.
Another one. Oh my.
Didn't we already pull it up?
No, it's... did we? No.
Yeah, we pulled it up.
We pulled it up, bro.
Yeah,
all right, I'm losing my mind.
He just wants it because it's a W for Jake. That's what he's looking
I know.
for. All right,
like,
Jake, there you go, bud.
There's no W's for Jake in this chat.
Feel better?
Thank you, Jungle F, for that. Appreciate it. You don't get many W's around here, but we'll take them when I can get them.
Comes to the fore.
Get on with the show.
That was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation. Hundreds of thousands of people are pouring into our country under birthright citizenship, and it wasn't meant for that reason. It was meant for the babies of slaves.
Right. He's exactly right. This was not meant in any way or designed so that people could come into the nation through an open border, have children here, and then anchor themselves to those children. And if you get rid of that incentive, that's going to be a massive, massive W for us.
Now, promptly filed to proceed with these numerous policies. And
somebody in chat, that same idiot, anchor babies built America. Well, now they can go build their own fucking countries, can't they?
Those that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis, including birthright citizenship.
That's not even true.
Ending sanctuary city funding, suspending refugee resettlement, freezing unnecessary, stopping federal taxpayers from paying for transgender surgeries, and numerous other priorities of the American people.
I love the administration this time is going a lot more full bore than time one. It's funny because a lot of people predicted the opposite and they were wrong. Trump could pull off one of the some massive cultural victories here when it comes to not only anchor babies, but just the interpretation that the Supreme Court gave that, hey, you know, he can use ICE and start throwing these fucking people out. And there's very little that any of these governors or anybody else can say about it. That's already a huge victory for us. It takes a big excuse away from the left who says it's unconstitutional. Well, it's not fucking unconstitutional anymore. By the way, this is ICE as they're collecting people. Now, you might wonder why I'm pulling this up. You can see it's from Timcast. The reason is because I just think it's really funny and it pisses off the Mexicans in chat to watch their family members go bye-bye. Sorry, bro.
No, what do you mean?
Yeah, sorry, bro.
Where are you taking me?
Yeah, you're going back, homie. You're going back. Get the f out of here.
I know my name, sir. I know who I am. I know that everyone has rights. No person is illegal.
And he has the right to get the f out of this country.
Yeah. Imagine the guy that is protect you is wearing a mask.
Exactly. As Chatter says, if you have a translator, you got to go. Exactly. If you have a translator, you need to get the f out of here. Okay. If you're here for a vacation, that's different. But you're not supposed to be here if you can't speak the language of the nation. That's insanity. That's right. Get the f out.
It's all right.
Is that a suitcase full of masks?
Yeah, I didn't have a mask on the way home.
Okay. Here's another ice raid.
Community members rush in to try to help a street vendor.
What you're doing is kidnapping.
What you're doing is kidnapping. You're
She makes my
kidnapping.
tacos.
Yeah, you're kidnapping. Oh my God. This chick has been handing people burritos all year.
It happened Monday as Selena Ramirez was selling tacos on the sidewalk outside.
That's just a stereotype, you bigot.
Dude.
Hang on. Let's hear it again. Hang on. Let's hear it again.
As she's taken in by ice.
Seriously, 8 of you?
It happened Monday as Selena Ramirez was selling tacos on the sidewalk.
I thought they were all doctors and lawyers and stuff.
Yeah, just selling tacos on the road.
Well, we need more tacos. No more taco street vendors in Florida. Great.
No more.
This Home Depot in Ladera Heights.
10, guys that are.
I bet those tacos are banging, though, to be honest.
Can you turn this clip up at all, Mystery?
No, that's on your end.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Hold
Yeah,
on. I
you
can't really do it. Why do you have it down so low? Go ahead.
Woman who probably weighs 100 pounds.
That's it. That's full
That
blast.
already is, ridiculous.
According to the National Day Laborer Organizing Network, which has set up a GoFundMe to help Selena's partner and their 4-year-old son, the 26-year-old came to the U.S. 2 years ago hoping for a better life. LeBlanc says she was targeted simply because she's Latino.
Drove up the street, saw
Not
her
'cause
as an
she's
easy
illegal?
target, and chased
She was selling tacos on the side of the road. Like, the stereotype could not have been more in force here.
None of them would identify their agencies, their names, their badges, any of those things. They didn't know what her name was. They didn't have a warrant. What I saw just looked like men trying to abduct a woman off the street. Like,
So they were arresting her so that they could, send her home. Just saying. You don't like, just because you're here and you're selling tacos on the side of the road doesn't give you the right to be here selling tacos on the side of the road. That's not how this works.
this is the stuff that, nightmares for women.
It's nightmares for women. It's a nightmare for the nation to be invaded, consistently invaded by these foreigners who aren't supposed to be here. It's not their country. I don't know why that's such a hard concept for these, especially when we're covering the rioters. It was like, just go home. It's so terrible. It's so awful. Go home. What are you doing here? It's not your shit. You know what I mean? It's not your stuff. It's not your country. It's not your nation. Get the fuck out of here.